Just a little Saturday update. We've got some tips to change on the George Moat. So the 410's got the 2.5 ton weight on the front. Counterbalance it. We've got them in the workshop as best we can, and then we can unfold, change these tips. Let's see, we're sticking these ones on because they've, the old ones have lived their life. You can see the ones that have been changed there as opposed to the old ones. So that's going on in the workshop this Saturday. I'll just take you down around the yard because there is something serious going on that is urgent business, and if I don't record it now, I might not get it recorded this year. So this is Aunt John using the pressure washer. So for those of you that have watched from the start, you have probably seen this once before, but probably won't again for 2025. So I thought I'd get that. See, he's washing his tanker. Might potentially even wash his tractor afterwards. Who knows? He doesn't know I'm here yet. So that's what's going on this Saturday, along with some pretty interesting updates on the sprayer. The sprayer got exactly the same fault on it as it did yesterday morning. AdBlue issue on the road this time, and hopefully I'll have a little video here next from the cab. It had to be pulled back the road by Dad in the Hilux, which not a bad advert for the Hilux considering what it's pulling, but further problems with the sprayer. I'm beginning to sound a bit like a broken record now, but it is what it is. So someone's on their way down now. I'm just going to drop George back up to the sprayer to meet him, and hopefully they can resolve that issue. And that's the Saturday update. So now we'll crack on with Monday. So we're starting the week with fresh grass, and I actually think this might be the final run, possibly one more, because I was a bit late getting up here because shock horror, the sprayer's down again. I know you just wouldn't be able to imagine me saying that, but that's where we are. We've had issues Friday, Saturday that you've just seen, and now again. So hopefully this afternoon we finally get them resolved, but we will see. The week's starting now here with fresh grass. Tony came up and mowed the grass, and Will's just here picking it up now. Sorry about the shaky camera, I just nearly fell over. I'll just get a bit closer and I'll give you a better view. So here we are. I was quite lucky with my timing. They've got 2 long runs and a couple of short ones left, so we'll just follow them with what they've got left. Show you how we're starting the day. It's going to come back up around now. I'll get a bit closer. So these next two runs, one this side of me and then this final little one here, we'll finish this field. And from there, Tony's taken the mowers back to the yard now just to wash them off, and then they've got a little bit of welding to do on them to get that sorted before we cut on Wednesday. So just a little bit more on the sprayer. The problem we're getting is an AdBlue fault, and that's been 3 days worth now of altering things, replacing parts, and it's still popping up after about 10-15 hours of use. So there's an underlying issue going on there somewhere. And in all honesty, we can't really see much, like financially, there's not going to be much other option other than to do an AdBlue delete on the machine, which still needs the faults cleared before we can do that. And unfortunately, that is a 2.5 hour drive for the mechanic to get here, and he's on another job at the moment, so nothing seems to be quick and easy at the moment with the sprayer and putting things right. And yeah, today is pretty much the only decent spray day for the whole week. So not only is the sprayer down, it's down in a week where we're not going to be able to catch up with ourselves as well. So all in all, this week kind of starts as last week ended. It's, to be honest, we're very lucky that this has been such a low pressure year on Septoria, because if you already had a lot of Septoria in your wheat crop and you're now looking to get your T3s on to keep yourself covered, yeah, you'd be pulling your hair out worse than we already are. But yeah, we don't really have much option but to kind of keep pushing on and do what we can and try and get ourselves going again. So that's what's been going on with the sprayer. Anyway, I won't bore you too much with that, because at the moment it seems to be every day. So yeah, what else is going on today is we've got some tanking going on. Obviously you've seen the fresh grass, and Dad's also out in the George Moat after they replaced those feet on Saturday that you saw at the start of the video. So we'll catch up with him. I'll probably have to take him some diesel later on because he uses so much diesel doing that job. So yeah, we'll see what the rest of the day brings us. Will's just crept up behind me in his forager now, so I'll go and chat to him. And yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the video. So I've just been to collect the leftover maize seed from Braunton. So you can see this is all we've got left, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 bags, 22 bags, something like that. So yeah, that's not too bad this year in terms of getting the right quantities in. Last year we had a bit of a disaster, big over order on maize seed, that ended up with more than 2 full pallets going back. So this year was much more like it should be. And yeah, that overall is essentially just down to field sizes being slightly different on in actuality, as opposed to what we've got through our agronomist records. Obviously with fields being measured from centre of hedge to centre of hedge with some farmers, the reality of the field size can be quite different. So across 1,200 acres of maize, 22 bags isn't too bad. Thankfully they can be returned, so no problem there. So yeah, that's what I've been up to for the last couple of hours, getting that. Harry has just been called out to spread some lime, so he's gone doing that. Tony's doing his welds that he needed to do on the mowers, and Dad's out in the George Moat. Andrew's taking him some parts because they had a bit of a breakdown, so I'll catch up with the rest of them now. Just on my way up to see Dad in the George Moat, or with the George Moat in the 410, and popped in just to check on the update with the sprayer. So the issue was again an AdBlue/DPF fault, which we discovered at the end of last week. There is a Horsch did bring out a mod on it 8-10 months ago, something like that, that we weren't aware of. Luckily that is being fitted now. Ayrton from Class Western rang around this morning and was luckily, potluck, Class Western had the whole kit there, which they wouldn't normally hold, so we brought it down middle of the day today, and yeah, he's fitting that now as we speak. Today looks like it will most likely be a write-off in terms of spraying, unfortunately, which might be it for the week as well, looking at the weather. I'm smiling, but inside I want to cry. Yeah, so that's an update on the sprayer anyway. Class Western are down fitting that mod, and hopefully after today it will be up and running. No more AdBlue or DPF engine problems, and we'll be right as rain again. No boom issues and no engine issues. So I just got the drone up because I was a bit worried I was going to miss Dad pulling the George Moat, because he is, as you can see, right towards the end of the field. So I shot the drone over there. You can see he's there with the George Moat triple bed tiller. We're again using this machine for Clark's before they drill Swedes, and they've got their tractor there with the bed former working on what the tiller's already done. So there you see Dad's slowly making his way through it. It's yeah, and as I've said before, it really makes that machine work. So that's what he's been up to all day, with the bed tiller going along behind him, making perfect seed beds for the Swedes to grow in. So we are out with them now. I did manage to make it here just in time. So on the right of this picture, bed former. He's working on the ground that's already been through the George Moat. Got the JCB that is pulling a Sumo along in front of where the George Moat's working. Then the main event. See the amount of earth in there that's being moved around. On board now with Dad in the 410, pulling the George Moat, and on the headland of the field it's still pretty hard here. The Sumo's not really done what it needs to do, but we are pulling through. See there, burning between 70 and 75 litres of fuel an hour. It does take some pulling, and it uses up all your horsepower and all your fuel. Dad's just jumped out, chatting to the driver of the JCB and the Sumo, discussing where to put the next headland. So I just thought I'd show you what's going on inside the George Moat. So with the George Moat bed tiller, you see here what it's leaving behind. There are some small stones on the top, but where Dad stopped here and lifted the machine, everything here that you see that's getting brought along is buried by that machine 9 inches deep. I know I have mentioned that before on the channel, but yeah, it's quite impressive. It's a hell of a machine, but yeah, the issue being it needs hell of a machine to pull it as well. We'll end today's video there, just as you can hear Dad the other side of the hedge starting up again. Yeah, managed to get round in the end to see a bit of machinery working. I know there's a bit in the middle there which just seemed to be me talking for a long time. It looked like it was going to end up being another really frustrating day, but it looks like positive outcomes with the sprayer after today. We've got quite a bit of ground worked here with the George Moat, which is good. Ant's been tanking all day, so he's got a decent amount of liquid moved, and we obviously picked up grass, so not too bad a day. And yeah, some of the chaps back at the workshop, they've been cracking on with some maintenance bits, and they've gone strimming and cutting down some branches just to make the place look a little bit more respectable. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll have a good week. Cheers.